Hi, my name is Shane Ingram. I represent Foursquare Restaurant in Durham, North Carolina. Foursquare is situated in a 100-plus-year-old home built in 1907 on Chapel Hill Road in Durham, and it's in an old Victorian home. It's called a Foursquare home, and that's how we came up with the name. We love to take what's available and take what the farmers give us and take what's available during the season and turn it into the best food that we can. That's what we do at Foursquare. Our menu has always changed. It changes every month, from appetizers to desserts. And it's kind of what we've done for the 13 years that we've been open. Well, I grew up in New Jersey, in southern New Jersey. I went to a culinary school there called the Academy of Culinary Arts, and I worked in Atlantic City at Trump Plaza. I was working in the casinos, which the culinary school was kind of a prep school for those casinos. And really how I got started was a guy before me worked the same position that I did. His name is Jamie Shannon. He was the chef of Commander's Palace down in New Orleans. I called him one day because I wanted to work in his restaurant. Well, I went down there, knocked on the door, and he said, "I don't need you." So I was kind of down in New Orleans without a job. I interviewed in a couple of hotels, and one of the hotel chefs said, "Hey, you know, you should go talk to Emeril." And I did, and that's really what set me on the course that I am now and how Foursquare ever came about to be. It's the only job I've ever had. I started really before high school taking like home ec courses, which, you know, wasn't all that popular as a kid. And yeah, I stayed with it, went to culinary and traveled. I worked in Seattle and Chicago and in Virginia. And after that came down to North Carolina, and it was in Virginia and at the inn at Little Washington that I met my wife, who was the pastry chef at the inn. And we did a food and wine tour of Europe, came back and started Foursquare. We have some dogs, and we've gotten into agility, you know, where the tunnels and the jumps, and you compete with the dogs, and we travel with them, and that's a lot of fun. And you know, it's just my wife and I and our dogs, and we like living out in our little bit of the country and love our restaurant at Foursquare. Through the NC Agriculture, they ran a previous competition, and that was the best dish. And that too was a statewide competition, and we were fortunate to win the best dish. I think I have, through my travels and my experience at Foursquare and what we've done, I think that we're going to be a tough out. The competitive spirit, I'll have to admit, is bringing me out here. I want to be here and I want to compete.